guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 19, called Sex, Lies, and Questionable Behavior. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I don't know what the hell type of episode this was that I just watched. Because, I feel like I'm left speechless, even though it's like there's so much I could say, but at the same time, I feel like I'd be saying the same thing I've been saying these past 19 episodes. Just cut the whole thing off. I've been saying this, everybody else been saying, cut the season. I don't care, Michael and Chloe got how many more days left. I don't care, it's the day before decision day. Just cut it off, because this episode, the questionable behavior is on the experts and the producers, because I really am just left like, what are we? All right, so we are 6 days until decision day. Let's just get through this, because at this point, from the way this episode ended, the way this whole episode even went, we just gotta get through this, because the decision day gonna be next week, and I'm just ready to be done with this season. I'm ready to be done with this season. 6 days until decision day. Okay, so we have Claire visiting Emily. They talk. All right, cool. Claire lets us know that she's been lonely without Cameron, but they did meet up and talk finally since his surgery. I'm just like, you only feeling lonely because all the other couples are there and Cameron's not there. But the way you're trying to insinuate or imply that you feel lonely without Cameron, like, stop it. Like, stop trying to make it seem like you're so madly in love with him when you're really not. You just want someone there with your companion, because you've been doing these past few episodes by yourself. So, like, Claire, stop trying to make it seem like you care for Cameron more than, basic friendship, okay? Because that's not the case. So Emily lets us know that she made reservations for her and Brendan to sit and have a serious talk about the relationship for dinner, like a private dinner and stuff. And in this moment, when I was watching this scene, I'm just looking at Emily like, why are you the one always doing things, like setting up things for you and Brendan? Brendan has not once set up things for you and him to do, other than the honeymoon when he did the tequila tasting or whatever. Unless if she was the one that, I don't remember. I think it was Brendan who set that up. Like, Emily, like, you feel some type of appreciation from him, from showing that he cared for you while you was down because of this whole tree accident. Girl, he did the bare minimum. Like, stop trying to treat him, like, spoil him and whatnot, because he did the bare minimum of what anyone should do for someone, let alone their spouse, for having, okay. But she gonna keep doing things. She's not gonna be doing no, adventurous type stuff. So she was like, "Oh, dinner should be nice." Yeah, it didn't go that way. But we then move on to Becca and Austin. They go do pottery, and as they're talking, Becca tells Austin that she's unsure if he really likes her. And I'm just, when we get to these points in the season where it's just like all they do is talk about like the negatives. Like, I understand why they feel like it's just negative talk, but it's just like, I know y'all trying to work on your relationships, but it's just like every conversation you guys have or that they want to show us is about said conversation of how they need to work on the relationship. To me, it's just kind of like, it doesn't seem realistic. Like, we're not going day in and day out having every conversation with our spouse, significant other, whatever the case may be, about how can we work on the relationship. Granted, it is a serious conversation that needs to be had. Communication is key. I do always say that, but at the same time, it's just like, it's unrealistic that every conversation we have throughout the day, every night, is about said how we can improve the relationship. Like, sometimes we just chilling talking about what happened in our day and what's going on in life or something, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I get it, but at the same time, it's unrealistic. But they do talk about, what I just said, that he doesn't like her. She's still on that, and I'm just like, of course he doesn't. Like, it's okay. This is the episode before decision day. Victoria, don't go too much into it. Austin does apologize and say sorry that he's not expressing it to her, but he does like her in the way that she doesn't think he likes her and whatnot. And just like, do you really, Austin? Do you really? No, you don't. But Becca's talking to him. She's looking like an abused puppy while she's talking to him about this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Becca, like, are you really this distraught over this guy who look like Captain Joe on the sheriff squad with this mustache he got going on? Like, I just really be like, Becca, like, you would have thought Becca was the one who never dated someone before, the way she acting all like, but you don't like me. It's like, Becca. And I'm not doing this like as shade to Becca, but it's just like, Becca, you're beautiful. You seem like a really good person. You mesh well, really well with his family. It's like you're a person who could get along with a lot of people, like with almost anybody. I understand in this situation because someone had to tell me like, oh no, you're being too harsh on Becca. I could understand, you know, feeling some type of way that, you know, he not feeling you the way you feeling him. But at the same time, don't, like, I feel like she's allowing him not feeling her to like mess up her, not her ego, but like her self-worth. And I'm just like, Becca, like, you are so, oh my gosh, like, I just really, I don't want to say females, but just people in general, I just really be like, yo, F that guy. If he don't feel you, that's fine. He just not your person. Stop trying to be feeling so sad that you love someone and stuff and trying to, you know, no. If they're not feeling you, let it be, because there's somebody else who's feeling you the way you'd probably be feeling them that can match your energy. Austin's not matching your energy, Becca, so he not for you. Move on. I don't like what why are we crying and being distressed over a homeboy who don't even look at you when you change your clothes and y'all never did nothing? Someone who per your words, like, don't be giving you compliments or something, or, you know, stuff like that, like, then F him, you know? I feel like Austin's a chill person, but clearly he not what you need him to be for you, so you can't, you know, teach your old dog new tricks. Like, he not about you like that, even though he says he is, but actions speak louder than words. Becca, let it go and move on. Find someone who gonna appreciate you for you, treat you the way you want to be treated, and compliment you and match your energy and all that stuff. Like, Austin's clearly not the person. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so like I said, she's looking like a freaking abused puppy. I guess she's cold and she goes to grab his jacket, but since they were doing pottery, she got like clay on her hands. So I guess he makes a comment like, can she clean or wash her hands before she touches his jacket? So then she just gets her jacket and, you know, makes comment of what he just done said. And excuse me, he's just like, oh, you know, am I really that bad of a person because I want you to wash your hands or clean your hands before you touch my jacket, whatnot. So I guess this is what he be talking about, that she be making him look bad on camera, so she apologizes for that. And I'm just like, what are we apologizing for? Because you be acting some type of way? Like, if that's your truth, Becca, just let him, like, stand 10 toes down, be like, look, this is how you be making me feel, and I'm just gonna address it. And if it makes you look bad, I mean, I'm sorry, that's not my intention to make you look bad, but I'm just trying to express the way you be making me feel. And if it makes you look bad, then that's not my fault. You care about you looking bad on camera? Like, if anything, you making yourself look bad with this mustache you got going on, Austin, you know, because, okay, I'm not trying to talk about people's looks, because, you know, my hair be effed up most of the time when I do reviews anyway. But it's just like, I don't know, I just be, I'm over it, guys. Like, I'm over it. And now we have Becca looking so used and abused, and it's just like, girl, stand up. Stand up. We didn't get to 14 days of marriage for Michael and Chloe. Dr. Pierre goes to visit them to talk, of course, about their sex and intimacy, whatnot. So they've been exploring each other. And they didn't have to show us. I mean, I guess we wouldn't have believed it if we didn't see it. But it shows us like a flashback of them in their living room of their shared apartment. You know, cameras is not there. Like, the camera crew not there, but, you know, they got cameras like in the corner of the room and stuff. So they just chilling on the couch, probably watching TV or whatever. And, you know, she touching up on him and stuff. He touching up on her. We see blurry stuff. So that means his pants came off. Her shirt came off. He rubbing, she rubbing. They making out and stuff. And I'm just like, this is the furthest that, you know, any couple of this season has gone. So, I guess they went in the sexual department because I'm just like, well, dang. I mean, I didn't see it coming with y'all too, but I guess y'all the only ones who went the furthest. Y'all went to like second base. So wow, I'm impressed. I did not see this coming, guys. I did not see this coming, but yeah, here we are. So good for them. Whatever, y'all. I guess y'all got something going for y'all because nobody else do. And Dr. Peter gives them homework to go to the sex store. She said, she used the proper terminology, sex store, okay? And to get some items that they can use together. Okay, cool. Sounds simple enough. We didn't get to Brennan and Emily. They go out to their little dinner that Emily reserved for them. And, she starts off talking, like, thanking him and saying, who would have thought, her ramming into a tree would show Brennan's, like, great qualities about himself. And I'm just like, how many times are we going to bring up this tree situation? I know she's still recovering. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, like, that's all you gotta go based on? It's because you ran into a tree, so it kind of brought y'all closer to the... Okay, Emily. It brought y'all closer together, but y'all went really far away at the point of the end of this dinner thing because it goes left. I didn't write down exactly how or where it went left, but ended up with Brennan not feeling appreciated and Emily telling him most girls wouldn't have stuck it out. You right about that? We wouldn't have. We wouldn't have. I'll tell you that right. Yeah, I'm glad you know, Emily. I'm glad you know. You should have been left. But okay, so Brennan says that he said something, and I was trying to kind of decipher what he was really trying to say, but he said something in regards to it wasn't worth almost losing her for her accident or whatnot, and he said it 2 times, but I didn't write it down because I was very confused. So I just want to let y'all know along the lines of what he done said, but I was trying. I don't understand. Like, okay, so after that, he did mention that Emily do got a little bit of red flags. She got a couple red flags going on, and one of her main red flags is that she's very negative, and that's a very much deal breaker for Brennan. I feel like he was saying she was very positive, and that was a deal breaker. Because some people don't like people who's over chipper and hyper and positive, but I guess he was trying to say her being negative is a deal breaker. And for me, it's just like, yeah, she has her moments where I'm just like, Emily, this attitude, no girl, no ma'am. But for the most part, she seems like a positive person. So she was very offended by that, And she said she's the most positive person ever. And just like, not really. I mean, you're a chipper person. You're a positive person. Positive person ever? Not really, because we'll get to that in a second. So, she cries and gets up and leaves. And I'm just like, why are you... If you know that's not... Why are you crying for? Because he said you're a negative person? When you know you're not a negative... What are you crying for? Dang, I have a cold heart, bro, because, like, I used to... Because I'm a sensitive person. I'm getting better at it, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I used to cry for everything. And it's like, now I'm judging people for crying for everything. Dang. I see what other people said about me now. I get it. But anyway, so it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and we get the scene of Emily in a public bathroom with a skirt on, not even long pants, a skirt on, sitting on the floor in a public bathroom. Her skin touching the public bathroom floor. Crying to the producer and venting to them, about how hurtful, like, what? And I'm just like, she's flabbergasted by what Brennan done told her about her being negative. But I'm flabbergasted that you really on this public bathroom floor with a skirt on. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense. Like, girl, we don't... Moonblur are just a different breed, bro. Like, they just... Y'all... Okay, so she goes back out to talk with Brennan. He's sitting there at the table. He look like he don't give 2 F's, bro. Like, he took his phone out of his pocket and he's just texting probably, whoever he about to go on a date next, tomorrow. So she comes back out to sit and talk to him, and she's just like, that's the most hurtful thing anyone has ever said to her. Da 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 da. And I'm just looking at her like, is it like this is someone saying you're negative is the most hurtful thing someone said to you? So people don't. If you say so, Emily, but I'm just like, the way you acting in regards to what he said, like, is it true? Because the way you reacting about this, Emily, to me doesn't warrant you to react in this way, because it's just like, we know Brendan's on some BS. You should know by now, Brendan's on some BS. So anything he's saying affecting you like this, like, for what? For why? Anyway, she keep crying though about this, and I'm just like, girl, F Brendan, girl. Like, all right, I get it. You really like someone, and they say all this stuff about you, but in these cases, you just gotta give them the finger and walk away. But she upset and whatnot, and she just keep crying. Um, Sorry, you, Emily. Do I feel like you're a negative person? No, you have negative demeanor and stuff in regards to certain aspects, but not overall as a person. His only reason for saying that was because at the wedding, Chloe and Michael's wedding, she was down talking their vows, saying it was very vanilla. I mean, if that's your opinion, Emily, I mean, I guess for me, I don't feel like it was vanilla. I mean, how much can you really say about a person you don't know? So, yes, was it kind of like hateration, negative? Yes. And I think I did say something in regards to that when she made that comment on that episode. But to make that as like, oh, that's a red flag, it's just like, I mean, he sees more of her than we do. So I don't know, maybe she be doing stuff behind closed doors without the cameras, maybe. So maybe he has something that makes him say that. But then again, this is Brendan we talking about, and I just feel like he's just trying to find any excuse to just downplay Emily, knowing he's the one that's really the downplay, you know, with the way he be acting. So whatever, we gonna move on, because this next couple, they just get on my damn nerve. Because meanwhile, back at Austin and Becca's apartment, they in the living room, without the camera crew, but the camera in the corner, catching them having a conversation about Austin, talking with Becca that he don't appreciate that she be making him look bad on camera, and she be making him look like a terrible person. Becca, she's apologizing, and ends up going to the bedroom, and I'm just like, y'all gonna give me a headache. This is stupid, as Emily says later on in the episode. But I'm just like, come on, people, like. All right, 4 days until decision day. Okay, Emily tells us that Brennan went to his house last night after their dinner, and things are just getting worse somehow. Emily, I hate to break it to you, but it never got better. You just had a moment of peace, so to speak, because you were in recovery, but the dynamic of your relationship never changed. It just was on pause of what the reality was, because of the fact that you were recovering from an injury and still recovering too. But y'all was still working on your friendship. It was always still working on your friendship. What is this on my face? Anyway, we get to day 15 of marriage for Chloe and Michael. They go to the sex store, and they have fun exploring. All right, nothing else to take from that. They're having a good time. They like it. I love it. We then move on to Claire and Emily. They meet up to talk at one of their apartments, and Claire cries. Everybody, all the females crying in this damn show. Lauren crying left and right. Claire crying left and right. Emily crying left and right. Becca crying left and right. Chloe, she's in her own lane. All the females crying this season, and it's just like, for why? Like, for them? For these guys? Okay. But Claire cries and lets Emily know that Brendan's just not a good guy, because she heard through the grapevine, Cameron, that Brendan told him like he wants to do a double date, and he's been going on dates and whatnot, and Emily crying, feels so much disrespect from Brennan, and Claire says she deserves so much better. And Emily says she's glad that she's glad that she knows this information now. Are you gonna do anything with this information, Emily, or are we just gonna continue throwing things under the rug and sticking beside homeboy? But to my surprise, she stood 10 toes down, because the next thing you know, 3 days until decision day, Emily FaceTimes Brennan and confronts him, and this guy said, "Oh, it was a joke." Brennan, the way you pulled out your cellular device when Emily was crying on the floor in the public floor bathroom thing. I don't know, who was you texting? Because you look like you was more interested in your text than when Emily came out crying to you after she got like freaking whatever water be on the public bathroom floor on the back of her thighs. Because she was sick. So he said it was a joke and it was a lie, and it's her negativity that caused them to have no chance between them. And I'm just like, so now we're being honest, Brennan. Is this, there was never a chance, but you don't believe in divorce, right? You're not gonna get a divorce, right? But you're just gonna continue to drag this girl along, knowing good well and hell that we all knew, even her, that you never wanted her ever since the honeymoon or whatever. Brennan, stop trying to act like you ate, because in the situation you didn't eat. You just made yourself look like the douchebag you really are. That's it. So Emily, proceeds to call him stupid. They kind of argue, go back and forth a little bit, and she says she's done. Brennan said, if that's how she feels after he done saved her life, then, it is what it is. And she's just looking at him like, wait, the fact that you made, trying to give this big whoop because you think you saved my life, because she's like, anyone would have done it. He said, but no one else did, though. So, and I'm just like, Brennan, okay, Brennan, we already knew this about you, but like, okay, you really go, or not going in, but you really trying to make it seem like you this big hero because you held the girl's hand while she was bleeding out. Oh, because you're the one who did the stitches in the hospital, right? You the one who was giving her the medication and all that stuff, right? In the hospital, right? You the one who prescribing her what she gonna need to feel better, right? Brandon, what did you do? Hold her hand. That's the least you could have done. I'm not gonna go buck on him because that's not my situation to be getting upset about. That's Emily's situation, so I'm gonna let her have it. So, he's done. She said she's done, so I guess he's done too. He says he's gonna come to the apartment and pack his stuff and get the heck up out of there, and we'll see her on decision day. So after they hang up, she says she hates him, and I'm just like, keep that same energy, Emily, when he comes to pack his things. Keep that same energy on decision day too. Okay. Thank you very much. We then move on to Claire, Emily, Chloe, and Becca. They all meet up to talk because of Emily's situation, and Becca's having a similar situation because Brennan and Austin, they care about too much what the camera think about them versus what their wives think about them and whatnot. So Emily does her little venting, ranting. Becca does her little venting, ranting, and they just all come kumbaya together about how ain't shit the men of this season are. And I'm just like, I mean, this whole cast is just one for the books, and not in a good way. So we get to 2 days until decision day, and Becca has a brunch with her friend Lindsay. She does end up getting emotional because, of course, she's talking about her relationship, whatnot. And then we have Austin. He goes to the bar with his friend Derek, I believe is his name. And he tells him about his relationship, what's going on. And the friend's just like, well, he shouldn't be someone or something that he's not just to make it work in a relationship. That he probably don't even want to make it work. He didn't say the last part. I'm adding that last part. Which is true. If you have to be someone you're not to make a relationship work, you probably shouldn't be in that relationship. So there's that. And then we have Brennan. He comes to the apartment, him and Emily's apartment. He packs, asks if she want to talk. She says no. So he says, okay. He wishes her the best of luck, gives her a hug, and then dips. And Emily lets us know that's the end of her and Brennan. I hope so, Emily. I hope so. We all hope this is the end of this whole season, okay? Because we are over it. So then we get to one day until decision day. More drama. You thought it was over? No. Austin done left the apartment. Becca's devastated because she still loves him. She still has a crush on him. She's crying. I'm just like, by this point in this episode, I really am just like, yo, this episode, this season is oh my gosh, like I really, by this point, by this scene, I said, we don't even need a decision day. Let this be it. Let this be the final season finale. I don't care how Michael and Chloe end their relationship, their marriage. Like, this should have been the last episode, because by this point, it's really like this cast, this season should have been omitted completely. But we still gonna have the rest of this episode in Decision Day. So Brennan and Emily, they do a video diary about Decision Day being the next day. And then we have day 18 of marriage for Michael and Chloe. They're laying in bed, opening one of their purchases from the sex store. They joke about it. They kiss and make out a little bit. Episode ends. Decision Day is next week. After Decision Day, let that be it. I don't care for Michael and Chloe no more. Like, after Decision Day, I'm done. And if you post more videos or episodes, I'm still gonna watch though. I'm still gonna watch, but it's just like, at this point, with the end of this episode, I have mentally checked out. I was already on my way out. I know I'm mentally checked out. But I'm still going to watch anyway. I'm still going to talk about it. Still going to review it. So at the end of the day, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, look. You might be mentally checked out of this like I am. So I understand. But come back next week, okay? I'm going to still try to make some jokey jokes. Hopefully you can laugh then, subscribe then, okay? Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.